Hello dear students, how are you? I hope all of you are safe and sound, hale and hearty by the grace of Almighty Allah during the pandemic of COVID-19. Actually, we are quite well aware that it is a long time since we did not get together in the classrooms, which is hampering our studies to a great extent. And so, to recover the loss, the authority of Govt Dohar-Nawabganj College has arranged online classes. So, we thank the authority from the core of our heart for arranging such type of class, which will be very beneficial to you and which is a great opportunity for all the students to learn properly, staying at home safely. So I'm going to start my today's class, and our today's topic will be speech or narration. In fact, it is a very important part of your grammatical knowledge. Without knowing narration or speech properly, we will not be able to report others' sentences or words or others' speech properly to other people or the community. Now, a question may be arisen. Why do we need speech or narration? Actually, sometimes it so happens that we need to report anybody's speech from our own viewpoint to others. We need to report anybody's speech from our own viewpoint to others. Then we need speech or narration. In fact, speech or narrations are of two types. One is direct. I'm writing here. Follow me, please. Rana said to Mohit, I know you. So, it is direct speech. And the indirect speech of it Rana told Mohit that he knew him. As both of you are pronoun, that's why M indicates Mohit. Whatever, now we know that narrations or speeches are two types. One is direct, another is indirect. And direct speech is a speech which is speaker's original speech or direct speech. And indirect speech is a speech of other people reporting on the speaker's speech. So, we see here that direct speech is divided into two parts. First one, it is reporting speech, and within the inverted comma, it is reported speech. I think it's clear to you. A direct speech is divided into two parts. The part before the comma is reporting speech, and within the inverted comma, it is reported speech. So it is reporting speech and it is reported speech. And the verb in the reporting speech is reporting verb. It functions as the controlling force while changing the tenses and persons of the reported speech, you know. Especially a reporting verb is in present tense. It is most often seen that a reporting verb is in past tense, it will be in past tense in most cases. And according to this verb, we need to change the tense of reported speech. That's why now we will see if the reporting verb is in past tense, what will happen to the reported speech. Let me show you. Please try to understand and try to do with me. Example, reporting verb, and here reported, which is inside the inverted comma, and it, in most cases, I said before that in most cases it is in past tense. If it is in past, especially past indefinite, and if the reported speech is in future or present, future or present indefinite, according to the tense of reporting verb, it will also turn into past indefinite, as here the reporting verb is in past indefinite. Future and past indefinite will turn into past indefinite. We'll say example, after finishing this part, if it is past indefinite and the reported speech is future or present continuous, so it will change or turn into past continuous. Why? Because here the reporting verb is in past tense and the future and present continuous will turn into past continuous. Such type of changing is called corresponding past. And if here it is past indefinite, and if we find the reported speech in future or present perfect, we must change it to past perfect. And if we see that the reporting verb is in similar way, past indefinite, and the reported speech is in future or present perfect continuous, we'll turn this in past perfect continuous. So, we have seen that if the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported speeches are in present or future tense, the changes will happen or take place in this way. If we see it is in reporting verb for 4 items here in past tense, and if the reported speech is future or present indefinite, we will change it in past indefinite. If it is in future or present continuous, we will turn it into past continuous. And if future or present perfect, if we find in reported speech, and we will change it into past perfect. And if we find the reported speech in future or present perfect continuous, we will change it in past perfect continuous. So, what will happen? Now a question may be arisen if we find past tenses or past tense in reported speech also. Now, I am going to show the structure or the system of changing. Please try with me if you can. Try to understand. If we see or find that the reporting verb is in past indefinite and the reported speech is also in past indefinite, we'll turn it into past perfect. I think it's clear. If we find here past continuous, we must turn it into past perfect continuous. And the rest too, past perfect and past perfect continuous, what will happen to them? If we find those in reported speech for past perfect and past perfect will remain. Past perfect and past perfect continuous will remain unchanged. It will remain unchanged, I mean it will remain past perfect also. Here, past perfect continuous will remain unchanged also. Here it will be past perfect continuous. So this is a system of changing the past tense if we find them in reported speech. Now somebody may ask, what will happen if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense? So I am answering the question that in that case you don't need to change the tenses. You don't need to change the tenses of reported speech. Be sure of the matter. If we find reporting verb as future or present tense, what will happen? In that case, we don't need to change the reported speech. I mean, don't need to change the tense of the reported speech. And one thing, all of you must keep it in mind that whether the tense is past, present or future in reporting verb, if the reported speech is in universal truth, in that case also you don't need to change the tense of the reported speech. So now we know how we can change the tenses of reported speech as reporting verb functions as a guiding force. We need to change the tense and persons of the reported speech according to reporting verb and reporting speech, which we find before comma or outside the inverted comma. So let us go through some examples. I'm erasing the board. Now we'll see some examples. I said to Robin, I will help you. So it is reporting speech, and it is reported speech in the inverted comma, and we see that the reporting verb is in past tense, V2, said, and here it's clearly future indefinite. So according to the structure I showed you before, it will be turned into past. I mean, here we will turn will in would and past form, which is past form. So let's see. Direct, indirect. I said to. If there is an object after said, you can write said to, or instead of said to, you can use told, an object. I will show the rules in my next class, inshallah, because we don't have much time. And if the classes become very long or lengthy, it will be a matter of great difficulty for you to watch. As we want from the core of our heart that all of you take part in the classes through watching, sitting at home. So we should not exceed or make our classes lengthy. And inshallah, in my next class on speech or narration, I will show you the structures or rules, how to change direct speeches of different sentences in indirect speech. So I am solving this. I said or told, said to or told Robin. We will use, as it is an assertive sentence, we will remove the inverted comma and a that will be placed. That. One thing you must keep it in mind, if the subject of reported speech is I or we, it will indicate, or it indicates the subject of reporting speech. And if we find here you, second person, it will take or it will indicate object. So I here indicates I. So there will be no change. I will be changed into past form. That the past form of will is usually would and help. You means Robin. So here if we find you in the inverted comma, you must consider that it is the object of reporting speech. So as we have mentioned Robin once, we cannot mention him twice as noun. Now we must mention him as pronoun. So you means object form is him. So now you see that according to the tense of the reporting speech, the tense of reported speech is changed. I am giving another example. direct. You said to Bubble, I know your father. So you see it is in past tense, and you find no present form of verb. That's why it is present indefinite. So it must be converted into past form, that knew. Indirect. You. If you use say to, it will be bad English. Instead, you can use told when there is an object after to or after said. Or told Robin that. Instead of inverted comma, we'll place a that here, and I is always equal to the subject of reporting speech here, you. That's why this I will be changed into you. No will be turned into past tense, knew. Your means bubbles. That's why, sorry, here I wrote Robin, but it will be bubble. Okay, that you knew. Your means his, I mean Bubbles' father. So now you know, you have seen here how we can turn our direct speech into indirect. For the shortest of time, I have to terminate my class here, and inshallah in my next class I will try my level best to show you more rules and structures. Till then, Allah Hafiz.